Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be breaking down the top used UK drill effects using FL Studio 20. Alright, these are the effects. Have a listen to them.
The dead things come naturally gassed. Come to my block if you're actually tapped. Bro got the western, them boy love attention. Come to my block if you're actually tapped. Bro got the western, them boy love attention. Beef in my section. You know who it is and you know who I am. Crash back with a bang. Just know that, fun that shit, I ain't no bull cat. K to the R, I know you know that. Like CB, I ain't no runner. You know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is and you know who I am. Crash back with a YHG, make it clap for the fam. Got I did man bait cause he's actually man. It's actually sad day out for the net, they ain't actually.
Alright, so I'm going to be breaking down and giving a tutorial on each of those effects. Alright, let's get started. Let's jump on to FL Studio 20. Let's go. Alright, here I'm in FL Studio 20. I've got a project open up here and I'm going to be showing you examples of these effects. I'll actually be giving a tutorial on each of these effects using this song here. So let me play this song here and I'll show you how to do each of the effects, right? So this is let's just play a bit of the song.
You know who it is and you know who I am. Crash back with a bang. YHG, make it clap for the fam. Got I did man bait cause he's actually mad. It's actually sad day out for the net, they ain't actually bad. The dead things come naturally gassed. Come to my block if you're actually tapped. You know who it is and you know who I am. Crash back with a bang. YHG, make it clap for the fam. Got I did man bait cause he's actually mad. It's
Alright, so the first UK drill effect I'm going to be showing you how to do is the stutter effect. This one is kind of simple, okay? In order to do this, all you want to do is select a phrase you want to stutter. So that stutter effect is that something like that. So let's select a phrase. Let's say, for example, if we want it to be around the verse.
Bro got the western, them boy love attention.
So yeah, we're going to start off with just that first phrase there. So what we're going to do, shift everything down, holding shift and down, and just actually go into the bit we want to stutter, okay? So I'm going to press C, or just press the slice tool up here, and then just cut out this section here, and then just want to make sure that you isolate. Okay, hear the phrase again you want to stutter.
Bro got the western.
So I want to stutter bro. So what I'm going to do is hold down C, press down C again, and then hold down shift, and then click. So that way it actually slices here, okay? I've sliced it in step mode, okay? So I'm going to copy this down, shift, hold down shift, and using your left click on your mouse button, shift that down, and then it copies this section here. Okay, we don't really want this bit here because we can tell that, hey, that's the start of the different phrase, right? But we're going to keep it there for now, then after we're going to kind of slice it further down. To keep things simple, you always want to stay on grid, especially for stutters. Then I'm going to move the stutter to the left, okay? Let's see how that sounds like. We'll probably may need to move it back further to the left again.
Bro got the western.
That's too fast, too close. So we're going to try this.
Bro got the western. Actually tap. Bro got the western.
Okay, we can kind of hear that it's kind of messing up, so we definitely need to cut out this bit here. So we're going to go back into snap to grid, none, and just cut this out like that. And then go back to step mode, okay? Step mode is to make sure that everything is in grid, okay? So now let's hear it.
Actually tap. Bro got the western.
Sounds better, but we want more stutters. So we're going to make sure that we're in step mode again, okay? And then hold down shift and just drag. And then let's hear that.
Actually tap. Bro got the western.
Okay, so we can say, yeah. So let's see how it sounds like if we were to include more. So just highlights by constant control, and then holding down shift and selecting and moving it around.
Bro got the western.
Just like that, okay? What you can also do is also right click. If you wanted to pan from left to right, you can left click on each on one of them, and you can press make unique as sample, and you can save it there. And then what you could do is delete this one quickly and drag this over there. Let's change the color so that we can identify which ones are saved as samples, right? After that's done, we can make this one unique by pressing make unique, so that we can pan this one to the right, and then pan this one to the left. Double click, pan it to the left. Okay, so now it sounds like this.
Bro got the western.
Just like that. We can delete these ones and just make it, just copy these ones over, just like that. So it'll be like this.
Bro got the western.
You can see it like that. Just take this one here, or take another one here, and just drag it on top here.
Come to my block if you're actually tapped. Bro got the western.
Just like that, okay? So you can actually put them into between the gaps as well. So if you wanted to put them in between the gaps, we can just do something like this.
Come to my block if you're actually tapped. Bro got the western.
Okay, just like that. So basically, we can do something like that. So I'm just going to keep it as it is before and just bring it on top here. When making stutters, you kind of want to also identify, color them so that you can identify what they are. So that's a stutter. You can do it to anywhere else as well. I'm gonna kind of do that as well to show you an example. So
things come naturally gassed. Come to my block if you're actually tapped. Bro got the western, them boy love attention.
Cool. See, you see that there? Let's do it to. Let's actually come back here and do it again here. Okay. So I'm gonna cut out this bit here, and then just use the slice tool to cut the phrase you want to kind of stutter. Hold down Shift, drag it down. Let's drag it over. Actually, let's bring it back. What step? Let's go to step mode. Let's drag it over, and let's play it before we actually do anything else.
Them boy love attention.
See, that already kind of sounds good. Then we can drag it over again.
Them boy love attention.
Like that. We can even have it more.
Got the west. Them boy love attention.
Like that. We can even half this one, and then kind of bring it in there.
Got the west. Them boy love. Got the west. Them.
That's a lot.
Got the western, them boy love attention. Got the western, them boy love attention. Got the western, them boy love attention.
Like that. I'm just gonna have it twice because that's a lot.
Got the western, them boy love attention.
After I'm gonna make unique as sample. Delete this one. Copy this over there as well. Let's change the color so I can identify that it's a new effect, right? And this one I'm gonna make unique so that way I can pan it to the right, and this one pan it to the left. So now it will sound like this.
Got the western, them boy love attention.
If the stutters is too loud, you can always double click each of them and then reduce the volume like here. I like to kind of copy the volume for both of the stutters, right? Just like this. So let's hear how everything sounded like all the stutters we've kind of created so far.
Bro got the western, them boy love attention. Beef in my.
So let's hear that one more time from about here.
Bad, the dead things come naturally gassed. Come to my block if you're actually tapped. Bro got the western, them boy love attention.
Alright, so the next effect we're going to be looking at is the UK drill deep voice effect. Do keep in mind these are not just limited to UK drill, but you can use them for anything else, you know. Okay, cool, the deep voice effects. Okay, for that one there, again, you want to identify which phrase or which vocal you want to actually make deep. Okay, so let's say we're keeping it in the verse again. So let's say let's listen first. Let's listen to the track and let's see. Okay, does it make sense for it to be there or whatnot? Let's do that.
Come to my block if you're actually tapped. Bro got the western, them boy love attention. Beef in my sec.
Let's just do it here. I can see it work. It can work here.
Them boy love attention.
So to do this UK drill deep voice effect, it's kind of simple in FL Studio 20. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this bit here, so where it says
them boy love attention.
Okay, so we're gonna slice this bit out, drag it down, or copy it down, and then want of course to start here. So if we solo this bit, it'll be this bit.
Them boy love attention.
Okay, let's kind of slice it again. So
them boy love attention.
So it's just that. Okay, so to do this effect, you want to left click on this button here. We're gonna make this unique as a sample, okay? Make unique as sample, save it. I just press enter very quickly and double click the vocal now. Where it says pitch, okay? Where it says pitch, you want to decrease that, okay? Basically, the deep voice effect is you're pitching it down in semitones or in cents, okay? So we're pitching it down basically an octave down, okay? Yeah, cool. So we're pitching it down an octave down. So the deepest, of course, is this one, 1200 minus 1200 cents. If we don't want it to be deep, you just use a value. But let's hear how it sounds like, okay? This is the deepest. So let's hear it now in comparison with the mix.
Got the western, them boy love attention. Beef in my section.
Just like that, okay? If we don't want it to be so deep, we can just reduce it.
Got the western, them boy love attention.
I like that there. So let's kind of make it a bit deeper, okay?
Got the western, them boy love attention.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, it still sounds a bit different. So what you could do, what I usually recommend to do if you're making deep voice effects, is you go to the mixer, right? Or just double click itself, route this to its own mixer channel, okay? So I've just created a new one here. I'm gonna call this deep voice. Okay, let's give this a different color as well. And then I'm gonna route that into the vocal bus, okay? Now this deep voice effect, what I usually like to do to the deep voice effect, let's hear it first.
Got the western, them boy love attention.
I like to add some reverb, okay, and some delay. So first I'm gonna add some compression, so through to compressor.
Got the western, them boy love attention.
I like to stereo spread it out like this.
Got the western, them boy love attention. Got the western, them boy love attention.
And then add some reverb, so I'm gonna add the through to reverb on that.
Got the western, them boy love attention.
That's a lot, so I'm gonna reduce it.
Got the western, them them boy love attention. Got the western, them boy love attention.
Okay, just like that, just something simple. And usually when deep voice effects, you kind of want to focus on the deep voice effects. So what you could also do is cut out the beat as well. So I'm going to go to snap to grid mode. Let's keep it in step mode. Press C to get the slice tool, and then I'm going to cut it out literally about here. Okay, and then I'm going to identify when is the beat coming in next. So I know the beat drop is going to come out here, bar 27. So it's going to be a whole bar here. So I'm going to mute this beat element there.
Bro got the western, them boy love attention. Beef in my section.
Something like that, okay? I'm gonna go back into this beat quickly, change it to transient bleeding so that it doesn't cut off or clip so abruptly.
Them boy love attention. Beef in my section.
Right, let's do something like this.
Them boy love attention. Beef in my.
Let's cut out the. I can hear a breath or a lip smack. Let's hear what we've done so far.
Come to my block if you actually tap. Bro got the western, them boy love attention. Beef in my section.
Something like that. That's the UK deep voice effect, okay? We can also do it to other parts as well, so let's kind of find another opportunity to do that.
Beef in my section, better bring your protection. Better be one affection. Now I can't show that. Fun that shit, I ain't no bull cat. K to the R, I know you know that. Let's be I.
So I'm gonna do it this bit here. So I've identified, cut that bit out there. Let's go back into. Let's go to bar mode quickly so we can drag this down on the beat. Make unique sample, save it, double click it, pitch down. Let's assign it to the mixer channel, the deep voice mixer channel. Okay, and then now this is how it sounds like.
Now I can't show that fun that.
Did I hold on? Yep. Okay. The pitch is down.
Now I can't show that fun that shit. I ain't no bull cat. K to the R, I know you know that.
We're gonna cut out the beat there as well so that we can actually hear what we're doing. Okay, so let's play it.
Now I can't show that bun that shit. I ain't no bull cat. K to the R, I know you know that. Let's be I ain't no runner. Your boy try run up and still.
Okay, that's that there. The next effect we're going to use or kind of do is the reverse reverb vocal effect. Okay, this one is an amazing effect. I really like this one. Ideally for this one here, you want to choose a bit where there's some space. Okay, because the reverse reverb is going to kind of take up a few seconds, or it's going to kind of preload in a sense. So let me kind of show you just how to do it. Okay, first of all, we're going to identify which part we actually want to apply that to. It makes sense to do it to somewhere like the chorus or the hook. So that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to play the hook itself, and let's see if we can add it.
You know who it is and you know who I am.
We can add it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just highlight all of this and just drag it in like this because there was just empty space before. Okay, so because I wanted to add it to,
you know who it is.
You know who it is. Okay, so I'm going to kind of copy this hook bit down here. Actually, let's just get the slice tool first. Let's go to step mode and let's just slice the beginning, the first bar. Okay, we can drag all of this down, and then after we're just going to kind of slice it here. So it's just you know. Yeah, we just want it to be you know. So we're just going to kind of slice it down to that, because what we're going to do, we're going to reverse that, add reverb onto it, and put it back in. So
you know.
Okay, but it's not as smooth. So let's kind of get,
you know who.
Yeah, let's get that. And then we're going to press make unique as sample, save that, and now let's play it.
You know who.
So when we make it unique as sample, it's just that now. It's not the whole thing that was there before, okay? So now that's made unique as sample. What we're going to do is left click again, edit sample.
You know who.
So
you know who.
Now so we're going to press this button here, tools, and we're going to press reverse. Like that. And then after we're going to press this, reverb button here, and let's preview it. Like that. We can also increase it if we want it to be so washy, or reduce it. We're going to kind of go for like 61%. Accept it. Press drag, copy it here. Let's open this up. Then we're going to double click it again, reverse, and after let's bring it, try and match it up to where this thing kind of matches up. So if we play that now, let's play it without the beat.
You know who it is and you know who I am.
Something like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is because this we don't need all of it, so we're going to double click it first. We're going to go to where it says declicker mode, smooth bleeding, so that way if we go back to, let's say, okay, let's keep it in step mode, and we do this, it kind of gives a smooth transient so that it doesn't automatically include pops and clicks. Okay, so we're going to kind of play that now and see how it sounds like.
You know who it is and
so we don't want it to be exactly, in fact this is not, it's not completely aligned, I think, so I think something like that is more aligned, okay?
You know who it is.
Okay, we don't want it to kind of bleed into the actual take itself. So we're going to kind of drag this down like this.
You know who it is and you know who I am.
So, something like this.
You know who it is. You know who it is and you know who I am.
Okay, so we're going to actually go back into this. And then what we're going to do is going to create a new mixer channel for this reverse reverb. So I'm going to call this reverse reverb. Okay, and let's color it green as well, because why not? And then what we're going to do, we're going to add more reverb onto this, so that way it doesn't sound like it's just dried up. So we're going to apply this or send this into that channel there. So number 15. Okay, so let's play that now.
You know who it is.
I like that. I prefer that. Sounds better. So what we're going to actually add is more reverb onto it, because the reverb initially we added onto there was just for that, so we can print it back out. So what we're going to do, add some more reverb here. Let's play with it. Maybe even add some compression. Let's see. Also, we're going to mute this bit here. This one here, because we don't need that. That's just a duplication. That's the duplicated part. So we don't need that there.
You know who it is and you know who I am.
Just like that. And we're also just going to reduce the volume of it as well, because it need not to be so loud. Okay, let's hear it in comparison with the beat now, and let's hear how it sounds like.
You know who it is and you know who I am.
Something like that. Okay, we can even increase a bit of the reverb to give it more for spacious effects. We can also stereo separate it.
You know who it is and you know who I am. Back with a bang.
Just like that. Okay, that's how to do the reverse reverb sound effect. Okay, cool. The next effect is the beat manipulation effect. And we kind of already started doing that, because beat manipulation essentially is when you manipulate the beat. Okay, so you kind of do chops, you cut it out. It's mainly just cutting out. You can even replace certain parts of the beat and whatnot. So I kind of gave you an example here. Is that when we cut out the beat here. So let's kind of play that.
Come to my block if you actually tap. Bro got the western. Them boy love attention. Beef in my section.
You see that there? What we could do, instead of just having that complete gap, we could actually just, let's take this out. Okay, we're gonna copy an element of the kick. See, the kick comes there. Hold on, the transient is kind of lost, so let's kind of do something like this. Something like that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut that out. So we're gonna step mode and press C, and then just cut that that one bar or one thing. I don't know what you want to call it. Yeah, you can call it that first section there. Okay. We're gonna copy this, hold down shift, and bring it to like an empty bit here. So what we're gonna do, we can actually change up the beat a bit slightly so it can fit the actual whole track itself. So we're gonna kind of do that and kind of make sure like it kicks like dun dun dun, something like that. Okay.
Bro got the western. Them boy love attention.
You get it. So let's add more. So let's see how that sounds like if we added more.
Them boy love attention. Beef in my section.
That's a bit too much, so I'm going to kind of go back in and drag this out so it goes more like this.
Them boy love attention. Beef in my section.
Like that, but I'm going to bring this over so that the transients don't mess up too tough. So let's play that.
Bro got the western. Them boy love attention. Beef in my section.
Cool. In fact, let's go back into this and change it to no bleeding for now.
Bro got the western. Them boy love attention. Beef in my section. Better bring your protection.
Okay, cool. So that's how it sounds like there, and that's one aspect of it. We can also go back to this bit here.
Show that, bun that shit. I ain't no bulk.
Actually, let's go back in to make the transient there. I think for the other one, what we could do is just make unique a sample and remove the transients for that.
Show that, bun that shit. I ain't no bulk cat. K to the R, no, you know that. Let's be, I ain't no.
Okay, so for this bit, I've kind of imagined, I'm gonna cut it out from here and enable it here.
Cat, K to the R, no, you know that. Let's be.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is go to step mode and then hold down C and then kind of cut after each 1, 2, cut out, just cut, slice it for now. Then I'm going to go to press T, so kind of I can just mute each bit. So I mute every one, mutes every other one. So like this. Let's see how that sounds like.
Okay, K to the R, no, you know that. Let's be.
Let's see how it sounds like if we were to have this bit here as well.
That fun that shit, I ain't no bull cat. K to the R, no, you know that. Let's be, I ain't no runner.
That's alright. I mean, it's not so bad, but it's alright. But it works out. Okay, let's look for another opportunity to add some extra effects. Let's probably even the intro. Let's look at the intro.
who it is and you know.
For the intro, we can definitely do some things there. So because it's a long intro and this reverse reverb kind of comes into play, we can kind of use effects in tandem with each other. So we're gonna cut out here and make like a fast effect like I just did here. So I'm gonna kind of chop everyone afterwards. I don't know if that made sense, but I'm gonna kind of chop this one here. So leave the first one, second one, third one, fourth one. So let's do that.
You know who it is and you know.
That sounded cool.
You know.
Let's see how that sounds like if we were to continue that actually. So just gonna kind of do something like this. So everyone afterwards basically. So like this.
You know who it is and
that's a cool effect.
you know who it is and you know who I am. Crasher. Back with a bang. Why hit G, make it clap for the fam. Gopper did man beat cause he's actually mad. Oh well. It's actually sad, they out for the net, they ain't actually bad. No way. The dead things come naturally gassed. Come to my block if you're actually tapped. You know who it is and you know who I am. Crasher.
Yeah.
Back with a bang.
And you can see even certain bits like there you can cut out. So basically that's beat manipulation in a nutshell. Yeah, that's mainly it. Just cut out certain bits and manipulate the beat in a certain way. So, okay, that's that there. Alright, the next effect I'm going to be showing you is the vocal intro effect. This one here you want to use, especially, for example, if you're a mix engineer and whatnot, or you receive vocal stems and whatnot, and the artist hasn't recorded anything for the intro. And let's say, for example, the intro is quite long, you usually tend to want to add this. Okay, this is a simple effect. All it is copy and pasting. Okay, so let's say you listen to the intro. Let's say, for example, what we could do, yeah, is take an element from the song. So let's say the chorus, and kind of just add that to the intro and make it sound like echoey, like an ad-lib in a sense. So like an intro effect. Okay. So what we're gonna do is actually do the exact same thing here. We're gonna hold on. Let's do this. Okay. Let me just kind of put it back. Just want it to be the same. Okay. Cool. So what we could do is just grab a portion of the beat of the hook, rather, and just play it at the intro. So that's what we're going to do, the exact same thing. Grab a portion. So as soon as the track starts, we're going to do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is select a phrase. So let's make it only we're going to make it phrases, okay?
You know who it is and you know who I am. Crasher.
So I'm going to take that bit. You know who it is and you know whatever it is. Okay, so we're going to cut out that bit there. Press P to go a bit select mode. Let's go to bar mode as well. Okay. And what we're going to do now is we're going to drag this bit over like this. Now we can see we've got a selection there. So if we play it,
you know who it is and you know who I am.
But it doesn't make sense for it to be there because it has to be at the start of something. So let's try and bring it at the start, okay?
You know who it is and you know who.
No, we're not going to do that, okay? So let's actually have it around here.
You know who it is and you know who I am.
In this instance, it's kind of interfering with the producer tag there. But I think you kind of get the gist of what you could do, okay? So let's actually try and bring it here.
You know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is and you know.
That can work there. We're going to leave it there, okay? Then what we're going to do is we're going to make this unique a sample as well. Save that there. And then we're going to make a new mixer track called intro, okay? And this, let's change the color of this. Let's make it green as well to indicate these are all our intro, like all of our effects, right? Then that's routed into that channel there. Oh, no, it's not. Not yet. Let's do it now. Intro, okay? What we're going to do, this intro, we're going to route it into the ad-libs. So that we can just maybe change it up a bit.
You know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is and you know who I am.
Like that. We can also make it different by adding our own EQ. So let's open up the parametric EQ too. And let's go to right click, radio, and just make it more muffled.
You know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is.
Like that. We can also do this intro effect. We can make it, double click it, press pitch it down as well. Make it high pitched. That does not sound good. Okay, so we're going to leave it like that. So,
you know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is and you know.
Okay, so ideally you want to be adding it to, like, for example, places like, it really depends on what type of vocal it is.
You know who it is and you know who I am.
That can work.
You know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is and you know who I am.
That can work as well. But essentially all you can do is just take certain parts of your vocal recording and put it into the intro, okay? Check out the card above for I did a longer tutorial on the vocal intro effect. Okay, that's that there. There are also other effects, for example, the UK Dual Vocal Censor effect. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Let's get to it. Alright? So there's multiple ways that you can actually censor UK drill vocals, okay? Sometimes you hear the coin effect, sometimes you hear the tape stop effect, and sometimes you just hear the effect, okay? For the beep effect, I think it's kind of self-explanatory. Just search online for like beep effect, and then after you can just drag that MP3 into your DAW and replace it there. So I want to show you the kind of the coin effects and the tape stop effect, okay, and when you can actually apply some of these things, okay. It's kind of, you should be able to know how to kind of apply it, and just use your, by listening to all these type of tracks, you should be able to hear it. But let's show the tape stop effect, okay. Let's identify a phrase we want to censor, okay. I'm just going to kind of censor something random here. But there's already some sensors in this track you can kind of hear, but I'm going to show you for this demonstration purposes, okay? So let's listen out.
You know who it is and you know who I am. Crasher, back with a bang. YHG, make it clap for the fam. Damn. Crasher, back with a bang.
So let's say I wanted to censor back with a bang, okay?
A bang. Why?
So what I'm going to do is highlight that section, that certain bit. You need to install a plugin called D-Blue Tape Stop, okay? Link in the description, you can go check it out. Check out the card above as well to actually see how I did that full tutorial there. But essentially, once you installed it, you right click, highlight the bit you want to censor.
Bang, 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 bang.
You highlight it so that it loops like that. Then after you go to the mixer, wherever this vocal is actually, wherever this vocal is rooted, you want to go to that mixer track there.
Bang, 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 bang.
I'm going to go to this here, okay? It's the hook.
Bang.
And here, but I'm going to mute that one there for now, okay? I'm going to go to slot 1 and enter D-Blue Tape Stop, okay? Once that loads up, you get this. You want to right click on the trigger, because this is what's going to trigger the tape stop. Create automation clip, and then you want to create a clip like this. So you want to bring this up, bring it down, just like this, and let's hear how it sounds like. And we're going to cut out this hook dubs so that it doesn't actually, so we're not censoring, so we don't need to censor that bit as well. So let's listen.
Crasher, back with a bang. YHG, make it clap for the fam. Gopper did man beat, cause he.
Just like that, okay? Once you've applied it to that specific day, we can just copy this over. We can also change the effects as well. We can change the slowdown if we want it to be slow down quickly or slow down fast. So let's slow it down. Let's make it slower, quicker.
Crasher, back with a bang. YHG.
Actually, let's do the opposite.
Crasher, back with a bang. Crasher, back with a bang. YHG, make it clap. Crasher, back with a bang. YHG, make it clap for the fam. Gopper did man beat, cause he's actually mad.
Okay, let's say you wanted to also censor mad. Let's just
actually mad. It's actually mad.
So I think it's just this bit here.
Mad.
I'm gonna take this thing, hold down shift and just drag it over, and you can see it will come over here as well. So
because he's actually mad.
Just like that. So once you've applied this plugin, you can kind of just copy it over multiple times. So now let's play that from, let's say, here, and let's see how the vocal sensors sound like.
You know who it is and you know who I am. Crasher, back with a bang. YHG, make it clap for the fam. Gopper did man beat, cause he's actually mad. It's actually sad, they out for the net, they ain't actually bad. No.
That's how you do it there, okay? Card above for the full tutorial on how to go about installing it as well. Okay, so that's the tape stop effect. Okay, the next type of effect is the coin effect, or the old Mario type of sound effect, or the Game Boy effect, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's like sound effects from like the old times, okay? So here I've got like a Game Boy classic sound effect here. Let's just play it. And this is something, you know, a lot of UK drill artists use, and engineers kind of use in tracks to signify points, in a sense. So let's kind of let's kind of apply this, okay? First of all, of course, you want to identify, hey, where does it make sense to apply something like this? So let's just listen to the track, okay?
You know who it is and you know who I am. Crasher, back with a bang. YHG, make it clap for the fam. Gopper did man beat, cause he's actually mad.
Here, it makes sense to add it here because there's a gap, okay? So we're gonna mute this ad lib for the time being, and then just, okay, mute it, and we're gonna add it there. Of course, we want it to be on time as well, so let's listen.
It's actually sad, they out for the.
So we're just gonna kind of make sure that, try and make it on beat. If that makes sense. So let's try here.
Clap for the fam, Gopper did man beat, cause he's actually mad. It's actually sad, they out for the net, they ain't actually bad. No way.
And now we're gonna add it again. So of course it has to make sense, but I'm just kind of showing you for the sake. So I'm gonna add it twice.
Bad, no way. Dead things come naturally.
So let's hear that so far.
Fam, Gopper did man beat, cause he's actually mad. It's actually sad, they out for the net, they ain't actually bad. No way. Dead things.
Okay, there's different variations of the sound as well. This one kind of sounds a bit different to the coin effect in a sense, but it kind of works out. I'm gonna go to the mixer and add a a channel called Sound FX, and then let's call it coin in a sense. Okay, change the color. Let's change it back to green, and I'm going to route that into the Vox bus as well. Okay, and after we're going to route this to track number 17. So we're going to reduce the volume first and foremost.
Fam Gopper did man beat because he's actually
Gonna stereo separate it and add some reverb. Okay, we're gonna add the reverb 3 to reverb 2. Increase the wetness.
Fam Gopper did man beat because he's actually It's actually sad, they out for the net, they ain't actually bad. When dead things come naturally.
Sounding really weird. Anyway, we're gonna reduce this reverb a bit and just kind of increase the pitch, or change it. Yeah, change it to auto. Increase the pitch a bit.
Fam Gopper did man beat because he's actually It's actually sad, they out for the net.
Let's add some delay. So add through to delay 3. Reduce the wet value. That's it.
Fam Gopper did man beat because he's actually It's actually sad, they out for the net, they ain't actually bad. When dead things come naturally gassed, come to my block if you
Something like that. Let's reduce this wet value. Okay, or the level.
Fam Gopper did man beat because he's actually It's actually sad, they out for the net, they ain't actually bad. When dead things come naturally gassed, come to my block if you're actually tap, you know.
Okay, so that's the coin effect. Let's hit that one more time.
Fam Gopper did man beat because he's actually It's actually sad, they out for the net, they ain't actually bad. When dead things come naturally gassed, come to my block if you're actually tap, you know who it is.
Okay, so those are all the UK dual effects there. Of course, there's many more, and there's always effects that are emerging. But those are some of the most popular there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and you kind of learned something here from this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to play this track one more time from the beginning, just up until about, let's say, about here, where we kind of stopped the effects and whatnot. But let's kind of hear what we've created so far, and let's get to it. Let's listen to it.
You know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is and you know who I am. You know who it is and you know who I am. Back with a white HG, make it clap for the fam. Gopper did man beat because he's actually It's actually sad, they out for the net, they ain't actually bad. When dead things come naturally gassed, come to my block if you're actually tap. You know who it is and you know who I am. Back with a bang, white HG, make it clap for the fam. Gopper did man beat because he's actually mad. Oh well, it's actually sad, they out for the net, they ain't actually bad. When dead things come naturally gassed, come to my block if you're actually tap. Bro got the western, young boy love attention. Beef in my section, better bring your protection. Bad B1 affection. Now I can't show that, fun that shit, I ain't no bull cat. K to the R, I know you know that. Like B, I ain't no runner, your boy.
Alright, so if you guys enjoyed it, once again, like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace.